This is the ultimate AP English survival guide. If you're watching now, you're either already in the trenches of an AP English course or you're about to be. It's going to be one of the most challenging and rewarding journeys you will take in high school. Maybe you signed up for AP Language and Composition, ready to dissect arguments. Maybe you're diving into AP Literature, ready to explore the human condition through stories. Either way, you've probably heard the rumors, the mountains of reading, the menacing timed essays. It can sound intimidating. But I'm here to tell you that not only can you survive, you can thrive. As an AP English teacher and exam reader, I'm going to share 5 essential tips that work for both AP Lang and AP Lit. So join me as I guide you on your journey to survive AP English. Tip number 1, you must do the reading. A lot of reading will have to be done on your own, just like in college. If you skip the reading or don't do the homework, you will be unprepared for the next class. Not only will this put you behind and likely hurt your grade, it shows you're not taking responsibility for your learning. And if you get caught in this situation, and teachers can usually figure it out, don't ask for your teacher's recommendation letter that day. Here's another hard truth. It's tempting to try to get by looking up a summary online or just listening to your friends talk about the reading. But if you take only one thing away from this video, let it be this: summaries are a trap. Summaries give you the what, the plot points, or basic argument. But AP English is all about the how and the why. You cannot analyze an author's style, their specific word choices, or the tone they create if you haven't actually read the words they wrote. Most importantly, there are 2 things that improve only when you read. Vocabulary. You learn words best by encountering them in text, so you can see how they're used in context. And reading stamina. If you don't regularly process text with your eyes and brain, you won't learn to read at the speed you need for the exam, or to deal with the intense amount of reading you will do in college. Tip 2, annotate actively. This used to mean always read with a pen, but today a lot of your reading happens on a screen. So you must become a pro at marking up a text, no matter the format. Let's start with AP Language, where you're analyzing arguments. If you're reading a modern op-ed, your primary goal is to deconstruct the argument. Use one color to highlight the central claim or thesis. Use another for the main pieces of evidence. Are they using statistics, anecdotes, expert testimony? In the comments, label the rhetorical appeals. Note where you see an appeal to logic with data, or an appeal to emotion with a touching story. If you're reading historical text, such as a letter or speech, your purpose will shift slightly. You still look for the argument, but now you must also annotate for context. Annotate words with dated meanings using context to help you paraphrase or translate them. Use the comment feature to ask questions such as, who was the specific audience for this? Or what historical event is the author responding to? Pay close attention to how the author uses formal language and complex sentences to establish their authority, their ethos. And for AP Literature, where you're exploring how art creates meaning. When you encounter a poem, every single word, phrase, image, and punctuation mark is a choice. Highlight the core metaphors and similes. Use comments to explain a line break or a sudden shift in tone. You're analyzing the poem as a tightly constructed machine of meaning. With prose, such as a novel or short story, your purpose is often to track a concept over a longer stretch of text. You can't mark every word. Instead, focus your annotations. For example, you might track one character's development, highlighting details that reveal their internal conflict. Or you could track a recurring symbol, such as the theme of light and darkness in Frankenstein, and then use comments to note how its meaning changes from chapter to chapter. The point is, don't just mindlessly highlight. Before you start, ask, what kind of text is this, and what's my goal? That deliberate approach will transform your reading. Tip number 3, treat class discussion like a team sport. AP English class is not a spectator sport or a performance where you have to be perfect. It's a workout for your brain. And your classmates, they're your teammates. The goal is to build understanding together, because doing so will deepen everyone's learning. So how do you do that? It's more than just waiting for the teacher to call on you. First, practice active listening. When a classmate makes a point, listen and try to connect their idea to yours. Use phrases such as, "I agree with what Maria said about the storm, and I want to add something about the imagery of the wind." Second, it's okay to respectfully disagree. Actually, doing so can energize your discussion. Remember, an AP English class is a laboratory for ideas. You can say, "That's an interesting take, but I read that line as more sarcastic. Did anyone else see that?" Pushing back on ideas is how the whole class gets to a deeper understanding. And if you're nervous or unsure, ask a genuine question. Can someone point to the line in the text that makes you say that? That's one of the most valuable contributions you can make. Your annotations are your talking points. Use them. A great discussion where everyone learns is a win for the whole team. Tip number 4, forge the analysis chain. The first link is the what. This is your basic observation that you found during annotation. It's what most students do. For example, the speaker appeals to authority. It's not wrong, but it's not analysis yet. The second link is the how. This is where you get specific. How exactly does the author do the thing you observed? You need to bring in textual evidence here. The third and most important link is the why, or so what. Why did the author make this specific choice? What effect does it have on the audience, the meaning, or the theme? So what if they did it? Let's see it in action for AP Language, using a famous example from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham jail. Instead of saying King uses an allusion, the what, you can actually get more specific with the how. When called an outside agitator, King compares himself to the Apostle Paul, compelled to carry the gospel of freedom. Then the why, so what? By linking his struggle to a revered Christian mission, he elevates his cause to a moral crusade for his audience of clergymen. That's a complete chain. For his audience of fellow clergymen, this comparison frames his work as justifiable and divinely inspired. Now let's try it for AP Literature. What? The author uses a storm to mirror the character's feelings. How? The storm is described not just as rain, but with sharp, frantic bolts of lightning and a wind that shrieked like a grieving mother. The why, so what? These violent, personified descriptions allow the reader to feel the jagged and overwhelming nature of his grief. The storm makes his internal state a physical presence, reinforcing the novel's theme that human emotion is as untamable as nature. Forging this chain every time you analyze a quote is the single best way to move beyond summary and write a sophisticated, high-scoring essay. Tip number 5, feedback is your friend. Your teachers' or peers' comments are a roadmap showing you exactly how to make your essay better and improve your grade. They're offering you the secrets to success. For AP Lang, maybe your feedback indicates that your commentary was superficial or needs to make a stronger connection back to the thesis. Revision is your chance to go back and expand your analysis or explicitly connect your evidence to the thesis. For AP Lit, maybe a comment points out that your thesis is too simple. Revision is your chance to deepen it, maybe connecting a character's journey to a larger theme or universal truth you didn't see at first. Writing, like learning, is a process. Embrace it. AP Language and Composition and AP Literature and Composition are challenging, but they're also relevant and engaging. You'll learn to see the great architecture behind every great speech and the soul inside every great story. As you prepare for exams, you'll become a more critical thinker, a more persuasive writer, and a more empathetic human being. Just remember, do the reading, annotate actively, participate in discussions, construct the analysis chain, and embrace feedback and revision. If you have tips to outsmart the chaos, share them in the comments and help other students stay alive. Good luck. You're gonna crush it.